There we go. Sorry. Can you hear me now? It's mute. Is it still mute? I'm not entirely sure when that was set. Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Now I can hear. All right, cool. Let me actually start the. I'm fixing the camera, but sorry for the late start. Literally, like my truck, like literally, I got my truck back, and then I got my truck back, and then I drove home, and then it just said it still was broken, so I had to take it back, and they had to fix it, and then I went to the store to help with groceries because that took a little bit longer, and then just madness. All right. And it's been stressful. Let me move this actually over here. All right, cool. All right, let me start some music and then we'll get drawing. What I want to do this stream is I want to do some redraws of the Sailor No cast, and then I want to do and then I want to also probably do some characters that are going to pop up in episode 6 of Owlwolf Town. What am I looking here for? I'm looking for the music. Give me a second. Soundtracks. Heartbound. Properties. Controller updates. Installed. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can find something just nice. So many great reviews and reactions this week. Yeah, some more should be... Actually, another one will be coming up after this stream is over. I meant to get it out earlier. But like literally whenever you upload them, it's like... It's not bad. This is good. This is nice and calm-ish, I think. Unless it's suddenly just the bass just drops immediately. The first 5 minutes of your Ianu episode 5 is starting with she's Zack Snyder, Papa Kenton herself. It's true. Because I saw that, I'm like, no, leave me. I'm beyond saving. It's like, lady, you can get up. If this 10-year-old child can take a blade to the arm and be fine, I think you can survive this thing landing on you. No, not that one. I want to... Okay. Is it this one? Fan comics. God, how I set all this up. Oh, that's the different levels. Right. Sorry, I'm trying to find... Because I want to redraw some old drawings. Because I'm trying to figure stuff out. Here we go. I think this is right. Yep, here we go. I want to try redrawing some old drawings, especially since I think I've gotten better. We're just gonna grab this. Oh, I need to merge these and then cut it out. There we go. Then we'll work on some Sailor No stuff. Grimdark. He's dead. Let go. Let go, Punk. More shut. I'm not dead. My legs are broken. Help me. You hear? I could still hear him. He would want us to keep moving on. Trust me. God. Actually, you know what? Grimdark might be one of the characters I want to redraw tonight. Because his commission. Let's see, A B C D E F G H I J K L M N Wolf. Because he is a character that I haven't updated recently. Set pieces, story, witches, no. Right, he's in, God, my system of shit beforehand. I think we can spruce him up a little. Surprised you didn't mention B tanking the fire explosion or his random Hanna-Barbera sound effects. That's true. But then again, it's anime-esque, so it's like, okay, an explosion happens and he gets knocked back. I'm just kind of like, okay, I got that. I get that. But again, like, on that same logic, I don't think a beam would, like, to us, yeah, a beam would 100% kill us, probably, if it landed on top of us hard enough. But in anime land, usually that's not the case. But, you know what, that is true. He did tank a fireball and was perfectly fine. God! When does the next episode come out? Did it already come out yet? Grimdark. He would want us to move on, Hoots. He's literally crawling right next to us. Susan is actually really short, so let me see if I can. God. I'm not sure if that's coming through, but she's being short, but she's stubbier than Diz. That's all I really think I need for right now. I might have to fuck her. I might have to mess around with the neck. No, that's fine. Nine-Bit Fox. The show Yanu has 0 wild anime expressions. Episode 6. You were saying the sound effects are straight from Hanna-Barbera. Oh, wait. Was episode... Wait, I didn't... Wait a minute. Did I upload... Wait a minute. Sorry, let me check something. Did I upload episode 6 yet? Episode 5. Yeah, okay, yeah. Episode 6 gonna be... Episode 6 is gonna... Wait a minute. Why is it... Is it still uploading? I put those in like a lot... Like... An hour or two ago. What the hell? Actually, you know what? I put it in way hours. Okay, hold on a minute. Let me... I put those in like a while ago. What the hell? Because I didn't do episode 6 just yet. Episode 6 I haven't uploaded yet. But or was that or did I get episode 6 and 5 mixed up? But yeah, episode 6, like, oh no, that one, legitimately, I'll say that one is probably one of the better ones. If not the best episode so far. Because that one actually follows through with what I think they were trying to do. Shut up, you. Okay, maybe if I put these both in here. I'm just gonna cancel that upload. Cancel that upload. Oh. Oh, what the flying hell. Oh, wait a minute. I just completely messed that up, didn't I? Ooh. Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to... For some reason... That over here. I think I just needed to leave that alone. That would have worked. Whatever. Hopefully by the end of this stream, those will be good so I can upload them, but whatever. We'll see. Live streaming. Alright, cool. Mama, see what later, Wooly. Diz, what happened? Why is there a giant blood trail behind Foreshadow? How did that, darling? Diz, what happened? Why is there a giant blood trail behind Foreshadow? Mama Siwa, B, Yadu look after each other. Episode 6, immediately start fighting with each other. Yeah. Yeah. But I will say, episode 6 was so good. I legit think that was the best episode so far for from that show. And I'm just hoping, like, maybe it's a slow start, which, bold move. I feel like you should have put a lot more into maybe the first episode. So that way you catch everyone first watching it, and then, like, maybe the in-between ones where you're still setting up, okay, fine, scale back on the animation a little bit depending on your budget. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but like, I don't know, I'm hoping now, at least I did not just do this on the wrong layer. Okay, I did. I'm hoping now, like, it's gonna be like really grooving. Or Shadow's the epitome of, you have outsmarted me, but I outsmarted you outsmarting me. Yeah. And Grimdark is outsmarting. I'm just gonna punch you. God, it's gonna take an hour and 7 minutes. You. Shut up. The guards, Tetju and Siju, getting trapped in the cell feels like something out of... Yeah, honestly, I was watching, I'm like, this is really bulk and scum-coated. And them narrowly making it out before everyone else got brainwashed. I was like, okay. I was like, this is very much like the, yeah, we're just gonna head out right before everything just goes apeshit. Actually, I don't even think I need to go this far down the leg, but we'll see. Also, like, the beads being, like, literally the 4 elements. I was looking at that. I'm like, I'm hoping BA gets, like, some kind of cool-ass elemental powers. I want it for 2 reasons. One, BA having magical powers that are based on the elements is really funny. Because it's very much... This show's somewhat inspired by Avatar, it seems like. But also on that same note... Like, it then also shows, like, Ianu's powers must be ridiculously stronger if the elements themselves are not as strong as her creating, you know, the 4 states or the different orders and stuff. Skunk would do Alori escaping from jail and leaving her brother's scarf behind was cool and sad. Yeah. Honestly feel like this is the kind of adventures Owltown's Wooly would go through. Yeah, I can see that. Wooly is definitely going to have, like, when we start dipping into her story and stuff like that, it's going to be fun. Because Wooly right now, there are questions of, like, her past. I would say there's some questions. Like, how does she know Gao and all this other stuff? The Great Owl Wolf. That's not the color I wanted. I wanted it to white. Okay. If anything, let me resize this. Oh, wait. Whatever. It's fine. Actually, you know what? I could just do that and just erase it. That way I have the... Because I think I kind of messed up anyways. So whatever. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. White, white, white. Foreshadow's the type of guy who would get a vision. Would get a vision of him in a coma, and when it happens, he'll still helps everyone out by leaving instructions. That'd be actually kind of funny. Does Wooly have the force to look to like a lady? No, she has dark magic. That's a difference. She has elemental magic of dark. She has elemental magic darkness. Because each of the elements, well, the elements have their own type of magic, and we'll get it. Well, eventually in Owltown, we'll get into that. Let's chat. All right. Fun fact: Universal Studios Japan had a 4D show for Godzilla and Evangelion crossover, Sailor Moon, Daughter, and My Hero Academia. I'm legit hoping, like in a month or so. Me and my sister can fly to Japan, and I want to go. I'm legit hoping we actually do this. That we go to Japan and because I want to go to Universal to do all that shit. It's probably not going to be in English, obviously, because Japan. But like I want to go, and apparently like it's like because I have a family member who's in. I did that on the wrong layer. Yep, yes I did. I have a family member who's in like doing plane stuff, and like his flight benefits should be kicking in soon. So hopefully, like I'll have pretty much a free flight, and then I want to do that. Oh shit, wait, did I accidentally cut that in half, didn't I? I did, okay. Deselect. There we go. Also, is the music decent? Just want to make sure it's good. Arm's a little too small. Okay. Universal Studios Japan currently has a 4D show for Detective Conan and Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, okay. My Hero Academia 4D ride is gone for damn. I hope they still have stuff there at least. I know there's the giant Godzilla head, so I want to talk more about Tron. There are more speculations about Tron series that is interesting. All right, go ahead. If you throw out some theories and all that whatnot. Stinks that the My Hero one's gone, but I do hope they're at least gonna have like merch there. Like I have them still on my. I don't know sure if no, I haven't shown it yet in the video yet, but I have these guys on my desk right now. Which these are all the characters I wanted from the blind bags. Which luckily enough, you could feel enough. So I was feeling the bags, and I was like, I feel bangs. For Deku, I was like, I feel like his side's rough, and like I kind of feel the ears. And then Mirko, I had a feel for the ears. So luckily I was able to get Susan. It's been 10 years and my arm shrank. Not really. Actually, no, her arms are a little bit short. I mean, and mind you, these are not yet. I still need to make her. I can't remember if I named them. Oh wait, no, I did name them. Hold on. I still have this here. Let me see. All her her gauntlets. No shit. I'm an idiot. I'm like, did I name them something specific? It's like, no, shit, it's the gauntlet. And also, mind you, in my book, it's like one of the first things. It's literally the first page on this journal is about the no. Again, I've been working on this a minute. Put that over there. Which TV universe is probably going to be more insane? Amazon's Helliverse or Adult Swim's My Adventureverse? I feel like Helliverse has a more grander scope, but honestly, it depends. My Adventureverse might actually be really big, depending on how many characters they're actually going to do. I think about right there should be good. That's still a little too long. I think that's good. Alright. Let me color this in real quick, then I'll look back at the chat real quick. Click, click. Click, click. I'll do her face, and then we'll get to everything else. Alright, let's hear it. I want to bring up the ISOs again for discussion. And believe me, I have thoughts about good questions on the chart. Okay. ISOs are honestly extremely interesting if you think about it. Especially if they're like the bridge between digital and our world. There could obviously be like it wouldn't surprise me if maybe there's like digital cybernetics because of like being able to bridge the gap between the two. I honestly, I was like maybe the Adventureverse. Like Helliverse is one that I'm super excited to see because now we'll be able to see Lucifer along with the other 7 deadly sins, along with Charlie able to actually interact with like her aunts and uncles. So that's gonna be really cool. And not to mention I'm hoping this will lead to like a big finale where because they hinted in the first season of Hazbin Hotel of like the angels, the virtues. So I'm kind of wondering like because they're gonna need the sins to fight the virtues, I think. Not to mention they can go into more backstory because like the 7 sins should, if we're going by actual like biblical mythology, they should be fallen angels along with Lucifer. eyes are still a solid color. Or colors. You can probably hear the singing. Okay, let's see here. Sailor No more sci-fi themed than magic themed. I'd say mix. But it depends on the... It also depends on the islands. That is not what I wanted to click. That is not what I wanted to hit. Like, I mean, I technically did, but that's not what I wanted to color in fully. Depends on the islands, and depends on this. Like, I'm legit excited. I legit want to do more Sailor No stuff. Okay. Let's see. Did I color? Nope, I did not. I straight steal that right immediately. Okay, cool. Because the islands, I definitely want to be extremely variety filled. Let's see. Is this the... Where's your smile? There it is. Let me... Can I move this here? Yeah, that works. Ish. The 3D glasses, colored pupils are awesome. Thank you. Why does Susan have a witch gun, by the way? At least after 5 more new episodes. Yeah, consider returning Sailor No. I believe... Oh, wait. I believe that somewhere in the universe of Tron, more new ISOs could possibly be generated in another system. I'll explain more in the chat as why I... Okay. Is why I think that's the case. I could see that. Like there's... It seems... It's like aliens existing on other planets. It's like... It's so... Like, there's so many systems, so many probabilities. It kind of has to happen, I feel like. Why does Susan have a witch gun, by the way? Because... She got... Oh, wait. Is that where... I'm trying to think if that's where the granny... Wait, is that where the granny witch came from? Yes, Witch Island, right! Holy shit! That, okay, yeah, you just reminded me of that. Hold on, right, holy crap, I completely forgot about her arsenal. And like, yeah, because that's the witch gun came from Witch Island, Granny Witch. Right! Oh my god, right, that completely... Hold on, I'm trying to see. I thought I wrote down the different islands. At least some of them. Hold on. Into continents. Starblaze. Let me see. Right, you completely like not rewrote, but reminded my brain. Well, you just reminded my brain. You reminded me of like what I was. Right, holy shit. The witch gun was a gift by, if I remember correctly, I think it was Granny Witch, and she was, and like it's a witch gun because, well, Inu kind of knows. I mean, there's a certain witch that uses guns, but they're on her heels. that Granny Witch may be somewhat of a reference to. If I'm remembering correctly, I think that was it. First, right. God, I'm looking through all my freaking old notes. Because these aren't like, these are notes for like Sailor No, these are notes for like other stories. I need to get back to writing a lot of my notes. Like, if anything, I need to translate a lot of my stuff that I have in digital documents. I gotta translate them to physical media, just in case, for, like, Owlwolf Town and everything. Because Owlwolf Town is mostly digital. I should try to get it back to, most of it into this stuff. God, it's been a minute. I'm trying to think. Do I have... Oh, wait, hold on. These are, I know these are islands. Or these were islands. Let me see. Finals. Okay, yeah. Man, that wasn't the final. Okay, this is the end of this one. Maybe it's in another journal. Okay, whatever. Let's keep going. But yeah, like it's one of the items. Like Diz, Susan like, one of the main things I want Susan to have is that she has different items from, like, the many different islands her and the Sailor No have visited over the years. So a lot of them have the different... That's why, like, in the... I think it's shown in that episode. Well, the little teaser for it. That, like, Diz has that bat. I think. Was it the bat? The bat thing that she took from the baseball island, because, like, that was going to be her souvenir from that one. I could do the hat a little bit better. We'll get back to the hat bit in a minute or later. Let me move that up there. We'll get back to the hat. If anything, this is her hair probably when it's more wild, and then we'll get to everything else. Maybe Owlwolf Town Susan has a Susan variant. Technically does. In Diz's kitchen, one of Evol's action figures looks like Susan. Yeah, it does. It's, let me see here. There's a few references in there to other stories I've written or am writing behind the scenes. Toys. Where is it? Here it is. The little figure that she has back there. I drew the hat better here than I did on the actual... It's because I drew the hair first, that's why. Actually, you know what? Let me duplicate that, cut that one out. What I need to do is from here do the hat. Jesus. I need to do it from here, and then... It's a little shooby, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, shooby's a word now. Why is this not... Am I tripping? Oh, because that's the wrong thing. I need to duplicate this one. There we go. Ish. Ish. There we go. Ish. We know that the human world is in Tron. Our real and in the human world in Tron is our real world. Somewhere, someone else is working on computer science, but doesn't know that exists digital worlds that Kevin Flynn does. Yep. So like, it wouldn't surprise me if, like, you know, like. Okay, now I am confused. Why is that not? Oh, was that? Oh, that was the. Oh, that's what that was. Okay. That was her eyebrows. Anyway, I could probably just close these little beads off, quote unquote. They're supposed to be like rivets in like a hat, in the hat. All right, cool. Let me see. There we go. So does your family have action figure? Why does your family have an action? Hello, everyone. Action figure me? I don't know. There's a baseball island. Well, yeah, that's what the monster, the giant spider monster, where that looked like it was made of a baseball with baseball legs and arms. Now you really, Susan. Now you really tell that I've been waiting for 10 years. My hair is twice as big now. Honestly, I think it's about the same size if you really compare it. Oh, wait. I need... Because I need to do her gauntlets. If anything, grab this. Perfect, actually. I'll grab that color. I spent all that time drawing... Oh, wait. Whatever. Alright. Thought she had Luke Skywalker robot hands this whole time. I mean... Kinda? Redo. Instead of it being just straight sloped, I think. Something kind of like that. Maybe I should make it straight sloped. I'm not entirely sure. this a little. This is like her quote unquote palm. Just FYI. Actually, you know what? Let me cut that. Let me actually move this all the way down here. That way it's behind. Alright, here. Around online, the scientists in the real life are doing research on supercomputers that are trying to understand biology. Oh, yeah, then I think, honestly, those systems would probably figure out, like, making ISOs way quicker, if anything. When Zaza threw his club at the carriage and Toye got launched. God, that was hilarious. I was like, what the hell? That man is a beast. That's why I did not believe that his dad was able to hold back to fight that guy. I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't believe for a second he'd be able to hold him. I don't believe for a second that man is strong enough to stop a dude who is like a Titan's strength like that. Like, holy shit. What is this? Oh. Okay, hold on. If I take that one off, put this on. So here's... Okay, so... Here's an updated version of Diz without her, like, hat and, oh, wait, actually, no. What the hell? I'm missing the I am literally missing the most important part of a no. And I am an idiot. And UFY, if you don't know, a no is what the race? Species that, Susan here is. N-O-H. No. Literally the most important part, and I almost forgot it. Nope. Alright, let's see here. I should probably move this behind her head. And I should probably move this behind that. There we go. Free transform. Actually, wait, no, that's... Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. So here... Sorry, I'll read things in a minute. Just give me 1 second. here. There we go. I could probably do the mask a little bit more. It feels like it's a little bit squished. Hold on. The only thing that's bugging me... Yeah, the only thing that's bugging me is literally the mask. I think that looks nice, eh? I've heard of online scientists in real life are doing... Okay. Love the whole Toya and Yanu apology / escape scene with B going, really, guys? You're doing this right? I love that. That was freaking great. Grimdark, take this boxing glove. Throws a glove and sends a monster fly. Huli, how? Grimdark, regular training. Susan, I replaced my heels for rectangular snow boots. Hoots, I can't tell the difference, so others won't either. Susan, hey, you got a psychic too, Diz? She also, what is it? Susan also deals with a kaiju. Or has a kaiju. Alright, nope, wrong hat. That's the right hat, that's the wrong hat. Alright, let's work on her sweater. Or shirt. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Right, it's gonna have to go underneath that. Right, I completely... So that means all of this has to go underneath her neck. It's all has to go here. And then... Technically, I could have just moved the head up, probably, but whatever. That's fine. So I have to go here. Yes. Okay. So if anything, let me leave it here first, and then we'll work on everything else. White. If I move this below here, is that it? Yeah. But not below there, I need her arms. This. Ah, shit. Okay, wait, okay. I just need to take this. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the layering. This down there, but then that arm is exposed. God dang it. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I can make it work. Wait, which one's the arm one? Is that it? That's that arm. Where's the other arm? Oh. Really? That's where it is? Okay. Let me... Wait a minute. Yeah. Cut this here, because this is that arm. And then these guys go down here. And... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the... all this. Shoot. Turn that off, turn that off. Oh, I cut off a lot of color. Got it. That should be fine. And then... it's going to have to be like 3 different sleeves and 3 different parts. Okay, so here... Which, luckily enough, her outfit is pretty easy to do. I could probably bring this shirt up a little bit more there, but... I swear I saw a spider. There's a mark on my wall, which I should just, like, try cleaning. But, like, every so often it catches the corner of my eye, I just think, spider? Okay, let me see. Reread. Susan replaced my heels with rectangular. Both Sailor No and Owl of Town have kaijus. New theory: some kaijus fled to Sailor No's world to avoid a wizard kaiju war. I assume that the same type of scientific research is being made somewhere else in Tron. Another computer system is simulating life and biology for research, which new ISOs could generate. Yeah, that could be an artificial way to generate ISOs. And honestly, it's going to be a very big missed opportunity if they don't use... like the AI we have now in some way in the Tron story. I feel like using that would be not using that now would be a kind of a great miss for it. But then again, it depends, because some people say it's good or bad. I don't know. Let me see here. But, hold on. No, because, like, in the Sailor No pilot, or at least the little showing of it. Let me see. Nope, that's not it. There was... Oh wait, no. This was me trying to update it. I think it. Wait, is this the one I showed in there? I can't remember. I know I tried updating Lucafy a little bit. That was the. I can't remember if I uploaded that one or not. Okay, wait. What's up your sleeve, Susan? Another sleeve. Well, a gauntlet. They're called gauntlets, at least. Because if it goes that way, wraps around like that. And I think that should do it for Susan. Oh, wait, shit. Why do I keep forgetting the mask? Also, I just realized that I'm gonna have to lower both of these. So actually, no. I just need to lower. Okay, duplicate that. Move this one down here. And activate that, and that. There we go. An updated version of Stranger Things Demogorgon. Lucavi? Maybe? Well, like, these are more like crests on the side of her face. Their face. It's just like when it said biodigital jazz, man. Yeah, most kaijus are dead, Susan. We have a lot of kaijus here in Cal. What? Well, no, I wouldn't say there's a lot of kaijus. I would say just that this is what certain kaiju. I live again, Wile E. Coyote. I'd say that's a pretty decent. That's a pretty decent update. I think that shows at least how much my drawing has changed, how better skilled I've at least gotten at drawing on digital. It's not the greatest, but still. I think that's pretty good. God, I'm looking at some of these other characters. Vedder Folnir was the other character in that appears in like the beginning with Susan. All right, should I switch to Owlwolf Down? God, I blinked hard. All right, let's see here. I'll save this. I could do an update of Grimdark next. Sailor, no. Biodigital jazz, man. Like, there's a lot they could do right now with Tron, legitimately. And I'm sorry if I'm. It doesn't seem like I'm focusing on that. I apologize, but like, I think there's a lot they could do with computers now with Tron stuff that like it'd be insane not to do it for how more tied with technology we are. At least make the pupils bigger. It's okay. Differentiate the two shows. Oh God, her eye. Uh-oh. Actually, hold on, let me see something. Because if I want to put, let me see. Import. I kind of want to put like just to show show how I kind of view height comparison right now. Oh, because I didn't save her as a PNG. I didn't save a PNG of her. I'll Sailor now. I would say that's about the height difference between the two. Susan, are you okay? I can see between dimensions. I can see between dimensions. Also, now that Tron Ares is announced, there's no going back from this. All the humans will learn the digital universe exists in their technology, and scientific community would be baffled by this. Also, like, it's a question of, like, how many other people are going to want to create new, like, they see, like, the potential of it. Like, I feel like there's going to be a digital arms race of who can design new weapons that could then be 3D printed, in a sense, out from the digital world. Susan is so small, like Zaya. Exactly. Susan is very, very small. That's how I've always viewed Susan being about... Like, Flamma, I would say, is about Diz's height. Which is the fire girl. Her and Tally, I would say, like, about... Tally's probably slightly taller than Diz. Like Wooly, I would say is about like that height. Gao wouldn't be on screen, obviously, for the height difference. Susan is small like Zaya. Yeah. So like that's how I would say the different like height wise these characters all are. Which also the eye thing is very is like there is a reason for like different eye things. Like different eye lighting and all that stuff. And even the different, lighting where Diz has like these like, lighter colored ones or like this stuff. But yeah. I say that's pretty cool. I'm gonna say this as a height. Characters. No. Actually, you know what? That ended there. Sorry, I'm messing around with the files. Go in there. There we go. Rename. Height. Kara Heights. Susan height chart. Height chart. Okay. Susan looks like a baby when comparing different heights. Yeah. She's just really short, though. That's really it. I honestly say she's probably slightly taller than Zaya. Slightly. trying to find. I saw it around. I literally saw it like a little bit ago when I was trying to find everything, and now I can't find. Oh, yeah, size. What size charts? Oh, yeah. Let's go ahead and cut that out. Trying to see where was it? Oh, here it is. It's in art. Susan's a little more closer to the camera, but like most of the Sailor No. Which I could 100% redo all these guys way better than what I did. Zaya, Susan, how are we the same height? I'm older than you. Technology's baffled. But I honestly, there's a lot in the idea of them knowing that I'm excited for Tron. I'm excited. It's definitely a wait and see. So it looks like a baby when it compares everything in Sailor No like Smurfs because the height chart is hilarious. Not everyone, no. Everyone else is much taller than Susan. Is just one of the shortest. No, like Vior? Hold on. What the hell was his name? All of them have these names, and I'm trying to remember. What was... Oh, okay. Hold on. I want to check something. What did he look like in this? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Memories. Okay, that's... Let me see. Yeah, this is an old one. God, I could redo him. I know that for certain. That's FYI, that's not a Sailor No character. Well, that's not a Sailor No character. That's for another story. It's just like, oh god. Ironclad Tim. Where? Oh, are you talking about this guy? No, you're talking about the other guy. No. That was not Ironclad Tim. Trust me, that was not. The Teal character is shorter. Yeah. This guy. Yeah. Vior. I think. God, it's Vior. It's got to be Vior, right? No. Just a Sailor No. Yeah, Vior Folner. Let me actually... God, I could 100% like copy... God, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of happy with like how my art style has grown. No, VR is not that short. Hold on. VR is probably about the same height as this. Maybe slightly shorter. Or Susan, I mean. Maybe slightly shorter, though his wingspan is way bigger. Yeah. Who was the 90s knockoff Kingdom Hearts character? Which one? There's so many. Are you talking about all the way over here? Or are you talking about this guy? Far left. After the story of Tron Ares, it is full certainly that human scientists will get the same ambitions. Goal to make revolution in the digital frontier, just like what Kevin Flynn drew. Honestly, if it does well enough, I could see them. There's a lot you could do off of that. Are you talking about Mr. Bunny over here? What is this? Can't hear you. The guy who said wants from either. Oh, this guy. You're talking about S. God, I could redo him so much better now. Look at this. He only has about 16 layers compared to Susan's 23, 26, 28, 31. 31 layers? God, I was slacking back then. Jesus. He's part of another story that what is it? Ghosts? What is it? What was this story going to be called? Memories of Ghosts. That was going to be the story of this one. Memories of Ghosts was going to be this story, which is a story I do eventually want to get. I do want to tell also. There's a lot of stories I want to tell. Terra Monstrum. Oh, no, not you. Wait. Okay. Okay, I remember this. Okay. Yeah, because this, if I remember correctly, this is going to be the main character of another story. Yo, the drawings look fire. Thank you, but these are my old drawings. These are the newer ones. Oh, not that one. These are my newer ones. I'm looking through some old drawings that I had. God. All right. You know what? Let's start. I think I want to start on. I think I want to. Grimdark honestly doesn't look that bad. Now that I'm really looking, I probably would make him a little bit thicker here, but he doesn't look that. Damn, the new ones look really cool. Thank you. Like these are the old ones. These are the newer ones. Sailor No is a version of Ironclad Sim. So why does he pop up everywhere? That's not Ironclad Sim. You're talking about. Hold on. You're talking about this guy. Hold on. Talking about this guy. This is an Ironclad Tim. This is Young Kong. How many scrapped? Not scrapped. Not scrapped. They're not scrapped. They're on the back burner. Because I literally have lore for all of these stories. Because this is a story. Let me see. When did I make this one? I made this back in 2018. This is from another story. This is from Kaiju Blood. This is from Kaiju Blood. This one, D is from Kaiju Blood. S is from Memories of Ghosts. Off-world. What is this? This, I think, technically was a precursor to Sailor No, if I'm remembering correctly. Also, thank you, Lamagafuk, the first. And then we'll find the same discovery of the Isos. Yeah, that'll be the biggest thing. This is kind of a precursor to Sailor No, to How Many Scrap Project. And then I have so many different projects that I'd still got to get off the ground. But I'm going to focus on Owlwolf Town right now as my main one. The captain. Oh. Right. Okay. From the dungeons. I'm trying to see like all the different. Like these are the projects that I've written down. These aren't Land Kerr. Which one's Kerr? Off-world. Oh yeah, Tally. Oh wait, did I ever? Yeah, Tally appeared in the short. Yeah, all right. Some of these, honestly, I think I did pretty decently. I can obviously do better now, but Kaiju Blood, Memories of Ghosts, Sailor No. There's a lot of projects on the back burner. Yeah, but if how I would go about it. Sailor No would Owl Town first, Sailor No, and then the others. There's also Starblade, and a few other ones. Tally is cool. Yeah, I like Tally. All right, let's see here. Should I update Grimdark? I feel like I could. Honestly, Grimdark, I don't think is that. Again, the biggest I would do is just fill out his side. Hold on. Do I take that off? Because at best I would probably just like... That's not even in color. How about a Tally update and then just like Grim? Okay, I can do that. Where's Tally? I can easily do Tally. Susan, height chart. Okay. We'll save this. That we can kind of give a little bit more of. Alright. There's Lucafi. I don't need to save that. Grimdark, we'll get to you later. Let me make sure this is saved. Cool. Alright. Alright, cool. Let's see here. Then we found Discovery of Ice. Alright. So, let's get this started. New. Import image. No, not Wooly. What am I looking for? Right, I'm looking for Sailor No. No, I'm looking for animated series. Oh wait, there's also comics. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Hold on. Wait. There's a few more I want to go through before we go. Hold on. Because I forgot about the specific ones I was going to make just in the comics. Which is another story that I'm like, oh, shit, I want to do that one. We're going to get to Tally. Don't worry. Comics. This one's from Toys. Spelled with a Z at the end. Z. Where he is think pretty much Toy Story kind of shtick. It's a very much a Toy Story type of thing where but like he's specifically from like a toy line, like the newest toy line where like it's about like modular, like kids would put money in a gacha machine and roll out different parts and like different abilities, different parts and stuff that you could give to like the main figures and stuff like that. Let me see. Shadow. I can't remember what this one entirely is about. I do know I did a Samurai Jack swirl. I can't remember. I think that was an isekai I think I was working on. This one is 100% one that I've completely forgotten. Alright, Waka. This is another one that I want to work on. This is a big one. This one's from the story New Sons. That's a really big one that I want to I want to work through. That's a big story. extras. Huh. Episodes, Sailor No. Jesus, look at this. 90. Oh, is this from the... Oh, I think this was from the one that I was actually working on more. That was supposed to be like the updated version. Wow, I put a lot. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking through all of these. Like, these are the different... I'm looking at the different frames that were going to be in the that was going to be in, like, the first episode, the quote-unquote pilot. Alright. Let's get into this, actually. Let's see here. Kaiju Blood, first... let me see. Inu, you still there? Let me see. Digital Frontier, then we find the same... Oh, and the thing is, the ISOs could be very different depending on how they want to, like, work on them. Like, you could have it where ISOs look completely different from regular humans themselves. Alright. Let's keep... Let's start working on Tally. Okay, let's see here. An anime Toy Story. Kinda, yeah. Grimdark. He's staring at my soul. There's like 7 other stories. Which one has the least amount of lore? All of them have... That's the thing. There's a lot more. Then the thing is, they all have lore that's... Again, let me put it this way. A lot of those stories... This is one of the journals that has lore on them. This is one of the journals. I have more journals that have more lore that's on those different stories also. And I want to get to... If the one thing that I would love to do is to get through all of my stories before I'm dead. Or at least a majority of them. New Sons, which is the one that had Waka there in the skirt. That one is a big one that I really, really, really want to get. That I really, really, really want to do. That's one that I actually started trying to do as a web comic at one point. Like, that's probably one of the older stories I've ever tried to get, like, on... Like, I tried to do, and, like, that was, like, a while ago. And what do you remember about Code Lyoko? Evil program, is her name Alita? I can't remember her name. Pink-haired girl stuck in the system, specifically. If I remember correctly, like, they thought, like, oh, she's just a program, but it turns out she's actually a human who was trapped there, I think, by her dad. I think she might have been sick, and that's why her dad put her in there. And her dad's also the one who made the supercomputer. Digital... I don't remember the exact reasoning why, but the digital system or whatever is the evil thing, and, like, it wants to destroy humanity. I don't necessarily know why it wants to destroy humanity, but I know it did want to destroy it. Main characters enter the digital world, and by going into the digital world, they gain, like, different powers. And then I remember, like, in, like, the later seasons, there was that one kid who was cooler than all the other ones, and he kind of did, like, the ranger thing, like, yeah, I'm the new guy, and I'm cooler than all of you, and he had, like, a big ass cloud sword. I remember that stuff. I gotta watch Code Lyoko one day. Yeah. So all of these stories, what is the top 10? I want to say like which one's the top, like, my favorite all of them, because I love all of them. But I would say the top 10 I want to do is obviously Owlwolf Town, Sailor No, New Sons. Very much want to do New Sons. Memories of Ghosts. That is, like, I think, like, if I want to say, like, if there were stages of, like, the stories I want to get out at a specific times, it would be Owlwolf Town, Sailor No, Shit, I forget just had it. New Sons, which is the one with Waka. If anything, actually, hold on. Give me a minute. Because, legitimately, hold on. Because I was literally going through some old stuff. So I found, like, one of my old file things. Oh, I'll get to this. Sorry. I know the stream. Let's see here. In which show is each show, like, 3 seasons long? It depends. I think some of these could be 1 season long, honestly. Like, Memories of Ghosts, I think could be done in 1 season. Okay. Memories of Ghosts, I think, could be done in 1 season total. New Sons, I think, could also be a single season. I don't think it would be that long. Oh, this is another one. Fallen Tears. That symbol might look kind of familiar. Fallen Tears is another one. And then, like, that's the main character. I don't even remember what the hell I named him, but that's the main character. These are all the main characters. And mind you, this is like 2013. And then let me see here. Look at this shit. I love this, but also that's inked. I inked all of this. I ran through pens so fast. I ran through pens so fast with this, with these, and this one I never got too far into. Actually, this is older than 2013. This one is older than 2013. Fallen Tears has to be 2012, 2011. I think 20. New Sons is like 2012. I think, because I remember being on the playground during gym in high school and thinking out the plot for New Sons. Oh shit. Some things never change. I'm trying to find one of the cover arts for this. Like, this is stuff I drew. Again, this is stuff I drew like 2012. You couldn't tell from my digital art, but like, I think I drew better on paper than I did digital, obviously, for a long ass time. Let me see. Oh, it's all the way in the back. I'm an idiot. It's not the greatest one, but you can kind of see the main 4 characters for this. There's Waka. There's... Shit, I know her name. I can't remember it. Then there's... Yeah. God, I gotta get through. Let me see here. Is the show like 3 seasons long? Do the other shows have sequels planned too? Yes. Yes, they do. The other shows and stories, a majority of them have sequels or at least continuations in some sense. This is one I definitely would probably do like a one-off video just so I can kind of get through some of the. But yeah, I like these are all physical pages to some of the comic, and then these are also like, oh wait a minute, there's another one here. I'm sorry, this went from a drawing stream to me just talking about shit. All right, here's some refresh. Sorry, Colio, go for it, Inu. let me see here. This is another story. Which, funny enough, this is inspired by Tron. This one, I think, actually had ideas back in 2009. Mind you, the art itself is not from 2009. And you get to tell a very more specific color scheme. Not color scheme. Style, I guess. Or like more inspiration taken specifically from it. This is the main character of... man, what was it called? Oh, here he is. Code. His name was Code, but instead of a C, it's an X. And he's a rogue security program. I wonder what that's based off of. Then you have Isage? Isage? A shadow virus release mode. I can't remember if Code became Isage. Then you have Crad, who he might look somewhat familiar. He was an email program. You have Willa, who's a manager program. What was the name of this story? I have no idea. I completely forgot. It was gonna be like Tron, but like fantasy. Was it Death Waits? I can't remember. No, that can't be it. No, that couldn't have been the name of it. It was something else. Experiments. Alice. I'm sure this was a drawing of Cerberus, brother. So, yeah, this is a story that's like super. If I did this one, this is like a 4th stage one. This is like a very far end one. Because here's Isage before he changes. Shadow Virus. Yeah, before he transforms into his like released monster form. It was like Tron mixed with like NT Warrior, if I remember correctly. Holy moly, Grimdark, that's a lot of forgotten swords. They're not forgotten. I have them still. I'll say Fallen Tears is one that I still think about and think about redoing a bit. Because pretty much to explain this one, it very much is kind of inspired by the World Review. But like pretty much main cast gets dragged like one day. It's kind of not really My Hero-esque, but like it's kind of in a sense where like one day in this it was pins. I would change it to probably like totems now. Fell from the sky and everyone was like, wow, this is amazing. And these kind of fell to earth and like very like slowly people were able to grab them. But then like that's the world. But can you tell that I like cities? Yeah, that's everything falls. And then it kind of slowly becomes like post-apocalyptic almost. But each of the pins gains different powers that they can use on different weapons. And then pretty much these shadowy creatures start coming, trying to attack and eat people. And the more they attack, the more like the horde grows. Because then more people become these shadowy creatures. And then the whole thing is that the group has to... like, they have a certain amount of days that they have to beat the game. They have a certain amount of days before they have to beat the game. And then... like, when they have to make it to the different zones, and each zone is like a different part of the world. So like they're in like the city zone, but then like you find like a teleport or something like that, and like, it's always a clock in the center of the town. There's always a big ass clock that's different depending on which zone you're like in. You're in the city zone, or then maybe you'll be in the London zone, or you'll be in Native American type of style. Like, and like each one has like different of these creatures, and then they all have to try to do it. And the whole thing is that this game happens every so many years, and like supposedly if they don't win, like the world ends, something like that. Something along those lines. What is it? New Suns. Do you want me to talk about New Suns or just keep drawing? New Suns, I know that one I know 100% like what the story and setup was. I know that one 100% because that's one story that I still think about. That is still a main story that I still think about. The story reminds me of Hero Inside. It's like superhero Pokemon. That story sounds cool and very world ends with you vibes. Yeah. That's why I love the world ends with you vibes. Yeah. That's why I like that was inspired during a time where I was really getting into the world ends with you, so it makes sense. But yeah, I remember like 'cause my dad was in the hospital during that time. He's fine now, ish. But he, I remember going to, if anything, I think that's not even the first version of that one. But I remember him going to, and like I was in the hospital with him, and like that's where I was kind of drawing. That's why I was drawing. No, I'm gonna draw a tally. Don't worry. That's where he was in the hospital when I was kind of writing it, and that's why like if you can kind of tell it's in the water a little bit. It says hospital because, or you know, the next page has a hospital. They're running to hospital because that I was literally at a hospital when I was writing or drawing this out while I was just hanging out with my dad in the hospital. But yeah, I'd volunteer. That was what I call it, right? Volunteers is one that like I would probably do at some point, but it would be after. It would be after I would do New Suns. I can talk about New Suns if you want, like at least get the general idea of it. But yeah, New Suns. There is Starblade. That's another one. That one's a story I wrote, or was writing a while ago. I'm going to get back to that one again. There's a lot of them on the back burner, but that's why like Owl Wolf Town is probably the one story where I'm specifically sticking to it because like I need to actually try to finish one of my stories like fully through, and I'd say it's doing okay. It's okay for me just like, just making a story. And also, it's the reason why, I would say it's one of the main reasons why I'm drawing better. Because it's giving me more of a reason to draw. Also, hopefully you don't mind, like most of these standing, it's just going to be them standing there. I'm not going to try to give them exactly a pose right now. Because I'm sure I'm going to be using these for references later, so... Kolyoko is about a bunch of kids have found a supercomputer that secretly hides under an abandoned factory and fight against the evil AI program. Also, for some reason, like it rewinds time once in a while, I believe, or rewinds time when they fix the problem. Left some advice above for how to handle making your shows. Oh, let me see. Sort of reminds you of no, that's probably as well. That Trip Down Memory Lane and Ton of Notebooks has been insanely cool. Left some advice above. Oh. Maybe our Owl Wolf Town show finishes, try one season show, Memories of Ghosts, while another big show is getting worked on in between, like Sailor Moon. Okay, I could do that. Days Holy Moly Grimberg, that's a lot of forgotten stories. Yeah, New Suns is definitely like a big one. And the thing is, like, New Suns is one where I was like, I planned for it to be like super big. But then, like, I was thinking, like, honestly, from what the story is about, or the size of it, because a lot of it takes place in that one city. I could maybe make that one 2 seasons. Maybe. But that one is one where I'm like, it mostly takes place in that one city. Because that's... Yeah, anyways. I don't know if I should say that one just yet, but yeah. I could. It's, like, just to give the basis of it, but... Yeah, like, that is one of those stories where I'm like, hell yeah, I need to get that one done. And there's a bunch of other stories I could tell from different ones, but yeah. And that's still scratching the iceberg. There's still other ones. There's still other ones that like I've forgotten the names of the story, but I remember the characters. I remember like the plot of them. Kaiju Blood, honestly, is one story that I kind of want to do. Not so much like I want to do the whole series of it, but I want to do like the opening of it. Not like an intro, but like the setup of it, I guess. Is New Sons SONS, not SUNS, a superhero story? Kinda, sorta. I can explain it a little bit more, but it kind of sorta is. It's that one, if anything, has more to do with like they have like specific like super-esque powers versus something like Owlwolf Town, where it's more magic based. This one is more like the different they're different, like each of them has like a different power. Owlwolf Town has been a great show so far. Really want to see it spin-offs and sequels all the way through. Oh, 100%. I want to get through all of it. I love working on it, and like I get excited when I'm like nearing a finish of it. I'm like, hell yeah. Yeah, I just draw the basic outline of Tally, and then I don't draw wrong, and then I'll work on everything else, bits like her thrusters and gauntlets. She might look a little fleshed right now, but that's not my intention. Actually, you know what? I could just do this to show like different segmentations. But even then, most of this is going to be covered by like her bottom thrusters and stuff. Evil AI program. Did I ever explain what the Evil AI program is? Another great show. Sons. But actually, it's funny that you asked, like, is it a superhero story? Because the name technically is also based off of, or not based off of, but it was inspired by infamous Second Son. Actually, wait, when did Second Son come out? Oh no, that's actually something I want to look up. I think it was 2013, 2011. Infamous Second Son came out in 2014, and it was before. It was like, so yeah, like 2012, 2013 is like when I was writing that one, because I know the reason why it was called New Sons was because it was something similar to like Second Son, like Infamous Second Son. Which other story worlds would Grimdark and Foreshadow thrive in? They would thrive in... I could see them thriving in Memories of Ghosts. Memories of Ghosts, I could see them thriving pretty well in. I could see them thriving in... Shit, what was I called it? Damn. Fallen Tears. Fallen Tears, I could see them 100%. In that one, I can see them do extremely well in Fallen Tears. And then, oh wait. Let me take that. Duplicate. Perfect. Alright, and then duplicate. The knee's a little flunky, but wonky, but yeah. That should be fine. I didn't miss any of your posts, right? In you? Which is heard. An infamous Second Son story. Wow, I feel old now. Definitely want to hear more about it. That would be trouble in New. They would have trouble in New Sons. New Sons, they would be pretty decent for majority of it. It's very it depends. Okay, so pretty much New Sons. I can have visuals. New Sons takes place pretty much like the intro of it kind of explains the a bit of the premise of it, where although like it's changed over the time when I'm thinking about it, but like pretty much it takes place at the end of the world. It takes place at the end of our civilization. Like there's Big Ben destroyed, there's Paris, there's Hong Kong. No, that's Japan because there's Mount Fuji in the background. There's New York. The world got destroyed, and there's pretty much World War III. World War III happens. World War III happens, and like a war broke out. World War III happens, but amongst like the destruction and the war and all that stuff that happened, and this all happened because of like a major event, which I don't want to say what that major event was, but that all happened because of one major event happening. But after that event happened, new beings or people, a new type of quote unquote human race was kind of created called kinetics, which they were godlike beings, which also you could tell who a kinetic was by their eyes, because whenever they activated their kinetic powers, they had different abilities. And they're called kinetics because they were stuff like pyrokinetic, hydrokinetic, or even like one of the main characters who is psychokinetic. And pretty much like they would even like they would also wear like these ponchos because I thought ponchos were cool. But pretty much they were superpower. They were able to stop most of the war from being destroyed, even though it seems like most of the planet was destroyed. Like there's some, nuclear things, and like this is like the quote unquote last city on planet Earth where humans live. And what happened to, and the Kinects were kind of like, they were like, oh, the Kinects helped stop the war, but then they were like ostracized, and pretty much when the final city was made, or this city was made, they weren't really allowed into it. If anything, they were put into another city for only kinetics. But we're in the human city. That's the main thing. Pretty much then, like, our main character here, one of our main characters here, I believe it was just Geis. The main characters here, he grew up in this city. He's bored of his life and all that stuff. But throughout his childhood, he's actually had dreams where he's been sitting at like a glowing river, and across that glowing river, it's a world of darkness, but there's a glowing river that cuts through it. And across that river has always been like another kid that he's never known. And pretty much they kind of become friends. He eventually thinks he's just imaginary because they're always having dreams. And pretty much then, it eventually, when Geis finds out that when that kid eventually does come knocking at his door, eventually pops up in the main city, that the dreams weren't fake. And then it's a whole thing of like kinetics and different abilities and all that stuff. Grimdark, he's psychokinetic, foreshadow, because he's wearing a poncho. Yup. Tally, my arms are there, but transparent Grimdark definitely would thrive in New Suns. Also getting so I Am Legend vibes. Yeah. And pretty much then, like, we find, like, there's a bunch of different things we find out in the city. Let me see. Here's a fun fact about Kodioko. The recurring location in the series, like their school and the old abandoned factory, are actually real. Really? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Holy shit. New theory, the eventual Grimdark foreshadow visit other 9-bit Fox Forgotten Swords. That'd be kind of cool. But, and pretty much, we find out, like, it's, because again, it's, as far as they've grown up, they've never known, like, they've learned about kinetics, but they don't know, but, like, that, like, they're like, oh, kinetics are a thing of the past, or people are gone, but, like, we later on find out, like, you know, like, when Waka appears, along with, I can't remember her name, shit, but her, like, his friend, and, like, they, when they eventually meet up with Geist, they find, it leads to a whole thing where you find out, like, oh, the, like, there are kinetics in the city, too, that work for, like, the main boss of the city, the mayor, I guess, of the city. And then there's, like, and they're trying to stop him. They're trying to stop him. Like, there's, let me see here. And mind you, this is all just, like, the first chapter. Like, this isn't even going, like, to the whole main story. Like, this is one of the bad guys, Dark. He's, is it temperature kinesis? Something like that. Like, he has control over temperature. So, like, he can, like, suck the heat out of, like, a room. Or, like, he increase the heat, but, like, it all depends. It's really fun. New theory, the eventual Grimdark foreshadow spin-off, the Trail Across 9-bit Forgotten Stories. And then one of the characters from New Suns joins them and stays in Pangaea. I can see something like that. But, yeah, so... yeah, New Suns is, like, a really, really big one. Also, like, I'm just drawing, like, the quote-unquote under bit of Tali before I start adding her armored bits. I think that should be good. Oof, I do. Just you. Ooh, there. Alright, cool. Also, another thing. We're gonna keep going, but let me just... animated series... is it? Oh, wait, is it in comics? It's in comics, isn't it? Yep, New Suns. Oh yeah, this was one of the later drawing bits, and like there was one of the I know there's more pages that there's somewhere. I know that for certain. But yeah, this was one of the physical drawings that like I scanned into it, and like this was gonna be like one of the main things. Get up. Also, the thing about like kinetics was that like eventually their kinetic powers became so strong that they became giant beasts. I'll say, but then like humans like wearing like outfits based off of animals because animals are kind of a rarity because nuclear apocalypse. They wear like animal like garments, stuff like that. Yeah. Character. Wait, pages. Oh yeah, this was at the glowing river. It was page 2. Yeah, he's supposed to have pants. These are pages I never finished. Let me see here. Man, like, these guys have these which help like limit their kinetic powers, like these inhibitor rings and stuff like that. I wonder what that's kind of inspired by. But yeah, invincible Vitramites equal mustache and nuisance kinetics ponchos. Yep. Psychokinetics are different from, like, that's why they're just called kinetics. Like, because there's pyrokinetic, hydrokinetic, umbral kinetic, I think it was. Like, I think that's like dark kinesis. That the Inu, that is freaking badass about the different locations. I didn't know that. I wonder if they're still there. I'm trying to see how I drew these. Of course, I miss a small line. Let me actually move this there. Alright, let's see here. And then you got character from Pangaea. New Suns joins them and stays on Pangaea. Because if New Suns basically the end of the world, doubt many would want to stay there. That's true. Invincibles, Vigilante, good. Kaijus in New Suns too. Does every world have kaijus? Maybe. Though I will say, like, yeah, so like that one's very different from like the giant beast that they become. Because in Owl Town, a kaiju is a being, like I guess a naturally occurring being. Yeah, a naturally occurring being. Where in New Suns, it very much was that incident that created the beast's form of the kinetics. Actually, I can move the arm up here. Now I can work on the skirt. Nine advisors will all have two things common: kaijus, ironclad too. Yeah. But yeah, like that is like a major story that I want to tell. I'm trying to figure out how I did that. It's slightly off. She's a little slouching. I don't like that. Okay, let me move the arms down here for one. I can ruin this entire thing if I mess this up. It's not that bad. Let's see here. Which character from New Sons would you want to leave their world? It would probably be... Hold on, wait. Her. Her specifically. Because Geis, I know what his future would entail. And then I know, like, especially with walking others, her, I honestly think, like, if there was a character that would leave the planet, it would probably be her. And she's, like, Geis' best friend and all that stuff. But she would probably be the one that would leave. I can't remember her name, but I know she would be the one. Anyway, what else about did you want to talk about, actually? No villains, though. Susan, Other Worlds, This is Madness Alley, This is Sparta! Which, is there anything else on Code Lyoko you wanted to talk about, or specifics you wanted to bring up about her? I want to make sure I don't miss the combo. But, yeah. We need legs. Yeah, Tally's design is great. I love Tally's design. I'm debating whether or not I should break this chess piece up into like 2 different parts. Well, we'll get to that once we... Both Tally and Susan do not walk. That is why... Well, that is why they do not have feet. At least not in the traditional sense. In our world, feet don't exist. Who's why? They exist. I found a new friend from another world, Zaya. Good night, I found a new world. Zaya found a new friend from another world. No villains though. Which characters from New Sons would want? Yeah, I wouldn't say villains. The villains would be able to make it across. At least not specific versions. Let me see here. Yeah, Flama has feet. Oh, a lot of other characters have feet. It's just specifically the No along with Tally are like the few characters who actually do not have feet, since they can float / fly. Where did I put a chess piece? I was thinking of like breaking. Maybe actually, you know, I could probably still. Hold on. Actually, if anything, let me. If I move this down here. I feel like that's decent. I don't know if I should make this like the same color as the rest of it, or keep it just like kind of like that to break it up in between. Let me. These colors, however, I know these are good. Red Sun, protagonist. I'm gonna miss my best friend. Whatever her name was, god damn it. Forget to mention in Batman Ninja 2 review when they make fun of Damien's hair, then we give him another crazy sushi roll hairstyle. Yeah. Why is that transparent? What the hell? Why is the... Wait a minute. Why is the... Wait, what the hell? That's so weird. Why is it see-through? What the hell is that? Oh, darken. No. That's weird. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of figured I messed something up somewhere. Let's see where. There it is. Let me see here. Let me see. Also, that the Flash is wearing nose plugs. Oh yeah, that was great. Tally is one of the coolest characters in Sailor No. Plus, the robot voice is funny. Thanks. Did I just do a voice similar to this? Something like that. I believe that is how I did it, though I cannot remember. I'd say that's a pretty decent redo. I made her neck a little bit short. I don't know if I should extend her neck up a bit, but I say that's a pretty decent new makeup. I thought you were gonna say, "Did I do that?" Barry, I'm not falling for that again. Then he immediately shoots out the nose plugs. Yeah, that's true. I freaking that was freaking fun. I honestly that movie was so good. I legit like that one more than I did the first one. All right, let me save. I honestly, it's kind of funny how in that movie he immediately thought like, man, actually the one way you could screw with the Flash is put a projector in front of him, and then no matter how fast the Flash runs, he would have. And like when he actually showed that was what happened, like, oh shit, I called that one. I'm like, holy hell! I'm like, that is the super smart way to trick the Flash. Okay, let's see here. Right. Just for shits and giggles, like I want to say like this is how big like Z is. I want to say Tally's like about that height. Yeah, Susan's not the smallest. She has to literally go up against a toy, which I would completely redesign. I'm not completely. I would probably give him like a helmet or something. Like I would redesign Z. Yeah. But there you go. A little bit more of the height chart to show Tally. Tally's way taller than Susan and a little bit taller than Diz would. Still not as tall as Wooly though. All right. I'm like, I know I've said this already, but I legit like that. Like, I'm able to redraw these guys. Like, you can obviously tell it's the same messed up hands doing this like, you know, the shaky art thing. But even then, I like how I draw that. But like, I like that. I like that a lot. The difference between, you know, however many years between these two, 10 years. Ugh. I'm friends with a robot. Susan, I'm friends with a robot. Does it? Oh, good for you. Oh, good. Oh, good for you. It's just funny how tiny he is. I think next stream I'll probably redraw Z. Alright. So should we move on to Grimdark? This might be our last one. And how was it? 2 more Owl Town characters, please. I'll try. Yeah, I can work on 2. So Grimdark, and then if anything, we'll work on a new character. I'll see, because let me see. Actually, hold on. So 11 p.m. So 1 a.m. for Autumn and Fox. Okay. I think I could probably get like 2 more out. Let's see here. I have arrived. Susan, you look the same. She looks the same, but like the art is done way better. It's just funny. I love this. I love these everyone's standing here, and then you just have frickin' Z just like, yep, I'm here too. Should I grab one of the most obvious references to a character? Let's see it. I have new theory. Hurrah is actually the guardian of another magical deity, or are there multiple Hurrahs throughout Pangai? There is only one Hurrah. There is only one Hurrah specifically. There's only, that's been told. There's one Hurrah. It's not like, yes, a Hurrah appears here. Hurrah, and we'll get more into Hurrah's whole thing. Did you know you can... Hold on a second. Hurrah is actually the guardian of another magical deity. What am I doing here? Right, Grimdark. Let me actually grab a pretty obvious inspiration for Grimdark real quick, just so if I want to change some stuff. What was it? Oh. Or it's actually... Just, not the same characters. Why not the same character? Don't worry about that. Battlecat references in Owltown. Battlecat. Oh, Battlecat. Oh, 100% there is. but not for Hurrah. That actually, I think it might appear in the next episode too. I think it will. All right, let's get started. Actually, hold on. I can get another one. Let me grab one more. You can see somewhat of a through line with some of these designs. Daredevil Born Again is great, by the way. I gotta watch it. Interesting fact, when Ianu is healing Ekun, the subtitles show that the voice speaking to her about Ekun being an animal guide is named Ishe. Okay. What I'm watching on it doesn't have subtitles, sadly. But, okay. Because of latest Ianu theory of multiple child of wonders. Oh, like that? No, that would be... I could use that on something else, but not for Hurrah. That is definitely not for Hurrah. Hurrah is specific. There's a specific way that Hurrah was created, I would say, that limits it to... That kind of limits it. If we're talking specifically about Hurrah. Fucking Knuckle Duster. Love that, man. It's freaking badass. I kind of wonder how old Knuckle Duster is, actually. Wait a minute. I can look that up. Oh, he's 45. Okay. I was wondering, because, like, certain characters, like Sid in Final Fantasy VII, I know, like, it's like, oh, he's an old man. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, how old is he? 30! And I'm like, oh, Jesus. I'm like, okay. I don't know if Knuckle Dusters was this same. I have to watch the new Daredevil. I'm gonna watch it. Tomorrow I'm gonna go see Thunderbolts with family. So. Oh wait, I should probably try to find an image of knuckle duster or someone with like some kind of pose. Oh, wow, there I got a knuckle duster figure. Oh shit, he's got a gun! Actually, you know what? Boxing pose. Boxing pose. Side. Sorry, sorry if I'm not reading anything right now. Like, I'm using my other screen right now to see if I can find like a decent pose. Ooh, actually, you know what? This is a cool pose. The proportions look very Kingpin. Well, no, I'm gonna trim that down a little, but I'm trying to find. I want him to be like, you know, compared to characters like compared to characters like Diz, who is a much smaller body build, and a few of them are very smaller body builds. I want Grimdark to be, and like what's it? Foreshadow's a pretty more. Foreshadow's is not scrawny, but he is on the thinner muscular side. Like I want Grimdark to be like, holy shit, like jacked. Get that out of here. I want this man to be like a freaking bodybuilder. Kind of a stubby leg there, bud. I'm gonna have to work on that. I'll fix it later. Foreshadow. I have a 4-pack, not 6 tabs. Grimdark. What? How and why? Looking forward to the Thunderbolts movie, though the actual original comic storyline was a lot more interesting. Everyone is certain Taskmaster won't make it. Man! If she dies, I hope at least she, like, doesn't go out like, what was his name? The Grappler or whatever in the Suicide Squad movie, where, like, he kind of just died immediately. I'm gonna fix that leg. That is not what I wanted to do. Alright, that's not where I wanted. Apparently that's the only layer that was on. Okay. Something kind of like that, I feel like. Because Taskmaster actor wasn't shown in Doomsday reveal, but the rest of the Thunderbolts were. Oh, damn. Left a grimdark hurrah comment above. Foreshadow. Let me see. Foreshadow. I have a for Thunderbolts. Proportions are very Kingpin. So hurrah couldn't pass the power to others if she gave permission. Does Grimdark? No, it is not one for all. It is not one for all. That is not how that works. Does Grimdark have a sad backstory, and that's the reason why he chose Diz as his sidekick? Yes! Very much yes. I do plan for Grimdark to have a pretty decent backstory. Like, yeah. I'd say you'd have to have a pretty decent backstory for why you're going out and beating the shit out of magic users while you yourself not having magic. The posing is still off. Oh, that's why. Well, it's slightly why. I'm just gonna redo the legs. The legs are not pissing me off, but they're wrong. Let's see. The original Thunderbolts were great because it was about villains pretending to be heroes, and some of them actually wanting to change for the better, and going all in on becoming heroes. Was the movie not? I feel like the movie plays it off as them. Well, actually, I haven't seen the trailer, so I might be wrong. But I feel like the movie's gonna play them off as wanting to be heroes. Or is it just like they're just heroes? Because they like this. What is it? The lady from Friends. She like pretty much. Like, you know, she gets, like, not the worst, I guess kind of the worst of the worst, at least the ones that are alive. Maybe I'm supposed to... Other things that happened in the original Thunderbolts was the team got a new member named Jolt, who wasn't former villain. The team splits away from Zemo. And then Hawkeye became the leader. I could see, honestly, I could probably see them if they wanted to keep Jeremy Renner. I think Jeremy Renner, that's who it is, right? Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. I could see them like spinning it off, eventually having Thunderbolts just be like the Avengers B, and like that's where like Hawkeye will be like the leader of. Maybe I need this style a little bit more like this over here. I'm just gonna start outlining. See how I'll play it by ear. I'm hoping the foreshortening is coming through, because if not, it's just going to look like he's a Thunder Thigh. One single Thunder Thigh. The guy behind some of the most legendary Spider-Man comics worked on the Thunderbolts first, and can really tell by the inclusion of Jolt. She was a great hero. Oh, okay. What was Jolt's ability? Was it just super speed? Wait. Reveal the Baron Zemo and the Masters of Evil member. Original comic was about new hero group arrived, Avengers and Fantastic Four disappeared, and then it was revealed that team was actually Baron Zemo and Masters of Evil. Oh. Jolt was a former villain. The team splits up. Zemo, Elena is from Seinfeld. Is she? Also, the original comic is different and not a copy of Suicide Squad. Yeah, it does feel like they're trying to do like their version of Suicide Squad without James Gunn, which is all right. Let me do the arms, and then we'll get to everything else. This might look wonky because of the foreshortening, but you know what? If anything, it's at least a basis for us to do. Not friends. Okay. The guy behind someone was not friends. Oh, friends, right. Wait, Elena. No, not Elena. The one who brings them together. They're Nick Fury, the lady with the black hair, the black curly hair. That she appears in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. She appeared in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and man, what was her name? I can't remember her name. But yeah, she was from Friends. Elena, I didn't know she was in Seinfeld. That I had no idea. No, you're right. It is. No, you're right. You're right. No, wait, you're right. You're right. That is Seinfeld. You are correct. Hold on. I don't know why the hell I thought. Yeah, you're 100% correct. I'm an idiot. I was getting her mixed up. Wait, yeah, no, yeah, that's who that is. Cast. Yeah, Julia Lewis. Yeah, and then movies, and currently right now, she would be, the Thunderbolts. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I was getting them mixed up. Yep, that was my bad. My fault. Spider-Man meets Thunderbolts, and it's enthused to work with them, but one member is the Beetle, his rival. Nah. I do love, though, like, I remember people when they first saw the lineup of the Thunderbolts, they're like, really? Half these people, all their things are just shooting. Which, mind you, again, I didn't see the trailer fully, but I did at least hear that one joke where, like, where I think Elena brings it up, and she says, like, half of us just shoot. What are we gonna do against a god? And I'm like, yeah, all right. They at least kind of at least brought it to the. They're like, yeah, like, what the hell are we doing here? Alright. The leg is a little wonky. Hopefully when I put the boots on it, it'll look better. If not, I can fix it later. I think Grimdark might have to be the last one for right now. If anything, maybe I will draw a little bit more on Monday, since I kind of this one was a little bit, I don't know. We'll see. Because I do feel like I kind of, like, because of everything that happened, I kind of got messed up a little bit. Let me see. Okay. His back's a little funky. Hold on. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Alright. Let's start with the mask and we'll go off from there. The pose is what took me too damn long. I could work on his face that's under the mask, but no. That's for reveals. It's like, I can't remember. Is it like, trying to see how did they, okay, yeah, that's kind of, okay, they kind of do it. Hold on. We'll work on clothes next. God bless you. Oh, wait. Let me look at the thing. Sorry. Crazy Max Spider means Thunderbolts. Jolt had super speed, flight, and electric power. Really? So he got powers and was looking for Reed Richards for help, but he was not there. Everybody goes to Reed Richards for help. That's honestly something I hope like the MCU will do is like expand more like with Reed and like, you know, him being like the smartest man alive and all that. It's better just to outline his shit now. That way I get it there. Hey, Pew. Joel had super speed and flight, electric powers. Joel sounds interesting. I wonder, is Joel still a character that's still around? Honestly, because you know there's some characters that fade away, but hey, Ben Pew. I've been good. I started watching Avatar. I'm on season 2 and I'm enjoying it so far. The Last Airbender? Cool. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun one. You're gonna enjoy it. Or are you rewatching? Because I can't remember. I think you said that you didn't watch it. Shit. That grin. I love the psycho grin. So that grin. I haven't seen it. It's a fun show. Yeah, it's really good. Season 3 definitely. Season 3 is like probably one of my favorite arcs for it. I might change the color of the boots, but I screwed that up. Hold on. Did that. His foot is I'm sure is like too messed up, but whatever. We'll Okay, wait, I'm trying to see why it's messed up. Because I'm trying to do a perspective, but I don't think that's working right for me. Maybe the boot has to be thinner? Actually, I think that kind of fixed it. Let's see. Pew, you see the show Ianu. Jolt still pops up in the comics, just not as much as in Thunderbolts original. Oh, okay. I would say, yeah, pretty much Pew, Ianu is pretty much like African Avatar. I'd recommend it after you finished Avatar Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. Okay, so the top of the coat has to actually go. me see here. Ah, shit. You know what? Let's do, like, this. Actually, no, because I can go, like, this and then cut it off here. Because then I need white. Sorry, hold on. I'm gonna check it. Read a minute. Legend of Korra, isn't there a new Avatar show coming out? Yeah, Pew. Yeah, there's a new one coming out soon. I'm not sure when. I think it's next year it's coming out, but yeah. Legend of Korra is great, by the way, regardless of what the third Avatar might say. Avatar movie trailer will be shown in... Oh, cool. James Cameron, Avatar Last Airbender, because now there's gonna be a movie continuing what happened to Aang after the shit. What happened after the show, pretty much. Oh, wait. What? No. Click this one. Okay, hold on. I mean, Avatar did make almost $3 billion in the box office, so I'm not surprised. Yeah. When people say Avatar, they always think of James Cameron version. Yeah, that's true. Grimdark Soul Escape from Dracula. The Nick Avatar is getting an Avatar movie. It is fun. Honestly, whenever I hear Avatar, I always think Last Airbender. But, like, I understand people, like, remember, think, like, oh, you know, that one. Because I feel like that is, like, probably, like, the more quote-unquote mainstream-esque one. It is funny though, because in I remember in Spirit Halloween, they have like literally they had all the costumes out, and they literally had the Avatar: The Last Airbender costumes right next to the Avatar, like the Way of Water ones. I was like, that's funny. No, not that. I messed something up here. One minute. Let's see. I do remember James Cameron Avatar was planned since 1990, but released in 2009. Yeah, I remember it released when I was in freaking freshman year in high school. Actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where is this? Oh, that's all the same thing. Okay, cool. Oh, that's where I messed up. It would have to be like this. And then... something like that. Sorry, I'll read the stuff in a minute. Just give me... I'm trying to see if I can get this done without having to, like, redraw it. At least for right now. If I want to go back in later and do it, I will. Alright, let's see here. Do I remember James Cameron? Mother's Day is on May 11th. Maybe another Evil, Baby Diz Antics shorts. And some I baked these cookies. I baked these cookies for my lovely wife. Just got them. Let them cool 5 seconds later. And so, where did they go? Oh, that'd be cool. A baby Diz one would be kind of cute. I can figure that one out. Let's see. That's the 11th. Okay, I could probably figure that one out. But yeah, honestly, I'm excited to see what they're gonna try to do with the Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar, because I would like to see what the hell they're gonna try to pull with most of that. Especially because they seem like they're leaning a little bit, because it's very obviously sci-fi, but like it there is kind of like a spiritual thing, but then it's like a natural spiritual thing where like there's science kind of that backs up a little bit of it. So I'm interested to see how that'll play out. Let me see here, real quick. Let's see. Fun fact: Disney Evil love to eat cookies. I can see that 100%. I also saw Gaslight District. I thought it had a cool art style, interesting concept, but it was honestly I've heard people say that like it's fast paced. I didn't get it. I didn't feel that fast. At least for me, I thought it was paced pretty well. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to like Adventure Time and like Adventure Time, you had like you only had 10 minutes in that world pretty much, and like it didn't feel that fast for me. Like I got the concept. I got a like the only thing that I was like even really questioning in that was like I was like, wait, what? Like angels? What? I'm like, wait. I'm like, is there magic in this world? Is there not? And like I came up with theories if you didn't see my thing, but yeah, fast paced is Yanu episode 2. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Yanu's pretty fast, but like everything that happened in Gaslight District, I could follow pretty easily. The only time I ever questioned anything was like, okay, wait, there's angels in this universe. Are they magic? Are they not? Are they science? Because like the virtues are robots. And even then, like that's not so much against the show, because I'm pretty sure that was kind of the point of it. The point of it was like not explaining everything, so that way later on, they could fill in the gaps. And I'm not saying they don't know what it is, but it's just like, for you to be interested in it. Did they ever explain in Adventure Time what's her name? Tree Trunks, what happened after she blew up? I kind of just think about that right now. I'm like, like a lot of shows would do like a lot of shows like Adventure Times are super fast. But then I'm also thinking like, well, also on that same note, like the first few episodes of Adventure Time were wait a minute, where does this go? Where like they didn't, I don't think like they weren't really trying to be they were trying to be episodic, but then they added story later, and it's just like, wait, hold on. It's like, wait. Like, did Tree Trunks die then? What happened? Okay. The gauntlets are a little iffy right now, but we'll get to that when we get to it. God damn it, don't do all the layers. There we go. Where's his head piece? There. I'm sure some artist could probably do all of this within like a few separate layers. I'm pretty sure over. Oh no, I'm not near 100 yet. Let's see here. Writers, we show them a hint at the stuff. If we don't have a plan, Tree Trunks said that she just transferred from the Crystal World. Remember? Oh, okay. She got crazy and tried to go after Finn. Right. I remember that now. It wasn't a big issue, but I noticed it probably because I'm used to watching slow burn shows that take time to breathe. Since this is a pilot, I'm assuming they had limited time. Yeah, because that's the thing about pilots. It's like you have to get across everything you want. Like, you gotta get across what the show's about. What is it, like, all this stuff, like, pretty quickly. But then also hook them in for more. So, yeah. That makes sense. I'm debating whether or not I want to add the chess piece now. Whole sequence of Breadhead pushing the car and then causing Angel to get ran over was nuts. Totally received Grimdark pushing a car then. Right. Yeah, I can see that. I feel like I guess I gotta do the chest piece, but then again, like I just did the hair. Also, I heard that they're gonna have like a 2D Ninjago show that's gonna be like dark and like for the adults, kinda. And I'm just like, god damn! Like I'm like, all right. So I'm pretty sure they're taking like the same studio that made Monkey Kid. I gotta watch season 3 of Monkey Kid, but like, oh, I gotta do a review of season 2. But I watched. If anything, I can rewatch. I'm okay rewatching Monkey Kid. That is a really good show, and Pio, I would recommend it too because the voice actor for Sokka voices the main character in that one, and it's pretty good. That one's pretty badass. Especially if you like Dragon Ball Z, I think you'll probably like really love Monkey Kid. Time to do the actually, you know what? Let me just. Where the hell did this go? Oh. Add the chest plate. It's neat. All right, cool. Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, like it's a part of it. It's part of his suit outfit. Brad push card has heard that people want a Ninjago and Monkey crossover. Can't believe Ninjago is still going. Yeah, like that's what I heard. Like it. Plus, it's an indie animation studio. I'll always support indie studio, even if they're. I just got paid. I'm gonna buy the Melancholy plush, even if there's some shows I don't like as much because the state of animation industry is not looking bright. Yeah. We get the upcoming NNC festival though. I gotta watch that. Well, I hope they were gonna get lots of good stuff from that. Honestly, the NNC festival. Let me his belt. I think Grimdark's probably gonna be our last drawing for today. If anything, I'm definitely gonna be try drawing again like soon because if anything, there's a few characters that I could probably like do a modernish, like a redesign, not redesign, but like update, whether it be old characters from older stories or characters like Grimdark here who need an update because I definitely do need to do Bulky and Skunk's update them a little bit because they're still in the older-ish design or older-ish where like I didn't really pose them at all and all that, so let me see. Duplicate. Flip it. Honestly, adding the belt and the chest piece, honestly, I think fills out like his look a lot more. Now I'm looking at it. Let's see here. Plus, yeah. This was a great live stream, man. Thank you. This was fun. I honestly, his gauntlets. I gotta keep the design somewhat similar because I already showed his character, but I'm gonna change some slight things. I'm gonna add the jewels later. How about every drawing I stream 3 Owl Town characters and 1 or 2 from Gambra? That'd be good. Yeah, Devil May Monday will be Devil May Cry. I could do that. I would say, yeah, like, I would say maybe two Owl Town characters, if depending on how long, because it is a Friday, so I could do more. So I could have gotten like 3 or 3. You know what? We'll go with 3. We'll try to make 3 the minimum. Because if I was able to start all that shit that happened, if I was able to start earlier, I could have gotten like way more out. Duplicate. Okay. Nope, that is not what I want to do. Shit. Okay, cool. Nope, god damn it. And then let's see. And I need this color, and I need this, and I need to go here. That was what I was afraid of. Shit. Alright, whatever. It's fine. There we go. We'll just color these in. I'll work on the gems specifically later. Because I may add like a little bit more like I'd say that's a pretty decent. Oh wait, hold on. And then let's go ahead and it's all the way up here. I'd say that's a pretty decent redo of Grimdark. Wanted to ask what's up with Grimdark's spike in the gauntlet. Are you talking about this thing? Studios using AI are not paying their animators. It just irritates me. Oh, I hate the shit out of that. They are so talented and use their own time and effort to bring their someone's vision to life. Using generative AI, I'll say that, because something like Spider-Verse, they do use AI in Spider-Verse, but they use it more for to make the different lines that pop up on Miles to make it look more comic book like. Where if a regular person, it would take super long to do. That AI is okay, but when they start using it strictly for just generative AI, that's when it gets bad. That's when it's bad, and they're that's when you have to just no, stop. Hold on. Okay, hold on a minute. I'll answer the question in a second. Let me just finish kind of answer it in a second. Let me just fix this. Actually, you know what? Let me move this here. Merge these two. Grab this. Do. It's the strings off the. I think that's a pretty good upgrade. He looks chunkier, I think, bigger and bulkier. I think that looks. I legit. I think this might be one of my favorite ones. This legit looks sick. I like this a lot. All right, what was it here? Wanted to ask what's up with the Grimdark spikes and collars. Yeah, these will be explained. They have effects. These are different gems. I'll say that right now. These are gems in the gauntlets themselves, which I'll just say helps him fight magic users. I'll say that. I think that's enough of a thing to say. It helps him fight magic users, because you got to remember he is going up against some pretty powerful people, just even if they're just baseline magic users. Save as. Let's see here. He looks like more insane. Thanos too. Kinda. In Owltown is Mother's Day part of All Hearts Day? I'd say it's its own thing. I'd say it's a separate thing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Where the hell am I going? Oh, wait. Characters, story characters, humans. Yeah, I haven't made a Grimdark folder yet. Grimdark. Save as PNG. All right, I'm gonna take Susan and move these guys out of here real quick, so I can use this as a basis of showing the height for Grimdark and oh, that's not what I wanted. Import image. I would say Grimdark is probably like almost as big, if not bigger, than Wooly. No, he is bigger than he is bigger. What am I saying? Like, this is him slightly crouched. Man is a monster, I would say. Actually, maybe Wooly's bigger. I'm not entirely sure. I think Grimdark is actually bigger than that. And then let me see. Hold on. Let me see, actually. Me. All right. I would say this is a decent size comparison. Like, Foreshadow's not as tall as Wooly, but Grimdark is like towers over everybody. Foreshadow's height works. Wooly, why are you so tall, Grimdark? I'm crouching. Thanos too. Honestly, kinda, sorta. But isn't it the same concept? You got to ask, what episode will Grimdark be main focus? Really excited to see his arc. Main focus, like, he's gonna be more important in it. It's gonna be a minute. It's like episode, I think, 26, unless I move stuff around. But like, I think like that, because a lot of it's building up to, like the first few episodes, like the first good chunk of episodes is building up to the entrance exam. And then after the entrance exam, that's when we start branching out into more episodic bits. But, like, he will be making appearances. But, like, it's very, like, you know, like, when Grimdark is a main focus, it's going to be more then. But after the entrance exam, Grimdark, see you in 3 years, Diz. What? Yeah, after that, unless I move something around, I'd have to look through some of the episodes I have. Readjusting. But also, like, a lot of these, eventually I should have a lot of the backgrounds, everything done already, hopefully. So, like, it should be a lot easier to get some of these done. I gotta focus down on working on the next episode. Growling can be heard and the beast jumps out of Traveler. Oh, this is with that one, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, take your time, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna bear it on, but I say that's pretty good. I legit. I think this is probably one of my favorite, like, redos I did, other than like Diz or whatnot. Like, I like his pose. I like how the look. The Grimdark, and that's the thing. Grimdark looks like a unit. Like, he looks like he's ready to beat the shit out of somebody. I love that. I legit think he has, like, that heroic, that crazy but heroic, like, feel to him, which is like something I really like with, like, Knuckle Duster. Like, cause not like. Knuckle Duster very much is a depower, like a humanish version, well, a no Quark version of All Might, pretty much. He's pretty much Batman, but you know, we'll get into that later. But yeah, I like this one a lot. This is freaking sick. And also, actually, let me see, because I want to check something. Characters, witches. Yeah, so these guys will probably be some of the. These two will probably be like the next ones I redo. Because even the armor looks a little bit more. The armor looks a bit off compared to even like how Grimdark's is looking right now. But yeah, these two will probably be like the next ones I remake them a little bit. Though their poses probably won't be that different. Foreshadow, I think him just standing there is just perfect. Let me see. Alright, Bulky and Skunk look fine to me. I want to rework, because even like at least I want to at least rework one of them, because like I feel like it's kind of like Grimdark's older one. It's like I feel like these guys need a little bit. I need a little bit more added, like, or at least like readjusting the armor bits a little bit. We can work on other characters too, but yeah, like that's just how I. Now, Foreshadow just standing there perfectly captures his character. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I like this. It goes from him just kind of standing there to being like, ready, let's frickin' go. I'm gonna probably work on the gums a little bit, but I think that looks sick. I may still just use this. I might bulk him up. I might still just use this whenever I want him just standing there, but like ready to fight. I love this so much. Like when he's super excited. Dude looks sick. And then I need to work on like other. Oh wait, hold on. But alright. Drawing skills are getting better each stream. Thank you. But alright, I think this will be the last one for right now, and then Monday will be Devil May Cry 3, and then next Friday I'll do another stream. I think I'll do another drawing stream, I think. At some point we'll get back to Tears of the Kingdom, but yeah. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Pew. Thank you, Inu. Thank you, obviously, Styro. I don't think Pinky popped up this time, but thank everyone who watches my streams. Thank you for checking out. Like, you know. But, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited a lot. I'm excited this guy. Dude, it looks sick as hell. God. That, like, I don't know. Legit, I'm just kind of happy. Like, this is, like, the bulkiness that I want. I want him to look like he could beat the shit out of anyone. I feel like that. Looking forward to Ianu review. Yeah, the character comparisons are coming. I'm going to be making those. I'm debating still whether or not I should do like the 2D avatar thing. I think I will, but anyways. Thanks for watching, check out videos, and we will. See you later. End stream. Well, actually, wait. Let me make sure any last comments. Just in case. I'm ready to cause mayhem and justice. Keep the avatar symbol. Yeah, I will. Alright. See ya. End stream